Welcome to Washington in Focus. I'm Brett Davis. Joining me today is the Center Square's investigative reporter, TJ Martinell. You recently authored a story headlined, Washington State University president accused of intervening in ethics investigation over $15 million contract. This is a story you've written about previously. It involves the Attorney General's office creating a request for proposal to collect and store police use of force incident data that would be available to the public. The contract was awarded to Washington State University, the only bidder on the project. Police Strategy CEO Bob Scales filed several ethics complaints against the Attorney General's office regarding this process. Can you give us an update on what's going on there?
Yeah, so on March 31st, the person issuing the complaint, his name is Bob Scales. He filed a complaint with the Washington State University provost against two employees at WSU that he accused of trying to obtain confidential information about the RFP before it was issued. And what ended up happening on April 11th is he received a letter from the university president saying that there would be no investigation. Problem with that is that the president has no role in university ethics complaint investigations. That's done by the provost. And also the CC'd in that email was the Attorney General's Washington State University Division Chief, Nathan Dean.
Now, you've gotten a lot of emails on this. Can you delve into that some more about who did what and who knew what and what's going on there?
The president said that there would be no investigation. And then 2 weeks later, the provost got back to Bob Scales saying that they would be looking into the matter. So
why did they say there would be no investigation?
Well, that's a good question. That's a very good question.
Nobody answered that question.
When I reached out to the president for comment, I received a email back from the marketing and communications vice president who said that they did not have any direct involvement in the complaint referenced. And then the problem with that is the person who emailed me was CC'd in these emails regarding the ethics complaint. So I pointed that out to him and he goes, "Oh, we did receive the complaint and we're looking into it, but we don't have anything else to say."
That doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
Yeah. The biggest question is, why did the president send that letter when, one, he doesn't have any role in making those decisions, and two, an investigation did end up they haven't launched a formal investigation, but they are investigating whether to investigate.
Investigating whether to investigate. Okay. So now your story also mentions the university's 2022 faculty manual. It seems like what's been going on over there runs counter to what's in that manual regarding things like this. Is that an accurate statement?
Yeah. Now, to be fair, the manual calls on the provost to generally have investigations completed within 30 days. Now, the timelines may be extended. And to be fair, I've reviewed the information that Bob Scales has provided to them. We're talking hundreds of pages of documents and emails. So it is reasonable for them to have taken more time, but that complaint was issued March 31st and is now in July. And we're not talking about whether they've made a decision about whether a ethics violation occurred. They're still deciding whether to actually investigate.
Have any idea whether they are going to investigate or not? Or, just gotten any hints from what you've dug up, or is it just up in the air right now?
As of this week, they're still investigating, but I'm going to be continuing to reach out to them to see when they finally make a decision either way.
I understand you'll have another story on this topic relatively soon.
Indeed. Like I said, CC'd in the email to Bob Scales from the WSU president was Nathan Dean, the AGO's WSU division chief. And Bob Scales has a very interesting accusation about why he was involved in these communications. That will be in my next upcoming story.
I'm still at a loss to explain how somebody who obviously was CC'd on these emails would tell you that he wasn't when you actually have seen the emails. That's just, that's mind-boggling. It's like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. So we look forward to hearing more about this. I'm sure this will be an ongoing story for quite some time. Listeners can keep up with this story and more at thecentersquare.com. For TJ Martinell, this is Brett Davis. Please subscribe and thanks for listening.